from the Channel3000.com Alert Center. This is News 3 Now at 6.
A Madison family is shaken up after their Mexican restaurant was robbed at gunpoint last night.
Some of their employees were actually tied up. Some were forced into a bathroom as the masked robbers took their money. Our Amanda Quintana is live outside the restaurant. She joins us with details. Amanda?
Yes, the owner at Gloria's Mexican restaurant didn't want to talk on camera, but he told me today they open like they do every other day. His family is just going to go back to business even after a very difficult night last night when 5 of their family members were closing up. 2 to 3 people came in with masks and guns, and they ordered them all to the floor. The 3 men were tied up at their wrists. The women, the owner's aunt and sister, were forced into a bathroom as the robbers went through the employees' pockets and took off with money from the cash register. Madison police say a robbery like this, known as a takeover and where people are tied up, hasn't happened since 2017.
Isn't like it has never happened before, but it is an unusual robbery in the sense that most of our robberies, we have somebody go in with some type of weapon, orders money, gets the money, leaves. We don't usually see people getting tied up who are our victims.
He says what's also unusual is separating the men and the women and only tying up the men. An MPD K-9 tracked the scent of the robbers, but it ended, leading police to think that they got in a getaway car. They don't have a description because they were masked, and this all happened so fast. Police say that they are looking at surveillance video of the neighboring restaurants and the neighboring businesses here to see if they can find something that can lead them to these suspects.
Amanda Quintana live tonight. Amanda, thank you. The interim principal at Jefferson Middle School in Madison says a student brought a BB gun to class this morning. The student was removed from the classroom after one of his peers told an adult. Madison police confiscated the BB gun from the student's bag. They're actively investigating and will be taking up follow-up measures. Interim Principal Mary Kelly wrote in a letter to parents. Jefferson administration takes this very seriously, and the student will face disciplinary consequences, including a recommendation for expulsion.
25 people are dead in Nashville after a powerful tornado ripped through that area.
And for those here in Wisconsin who have loved ones who live there, it was terrifying news for them to wake up to. Jamie Perez spoke to an Edgerton mom who says her daughter was in the tornado's direct path. Jamie.
Well, as you can imagine, that would be so scary to wake up to that news in the morning knowing that your child was right in the middle of it. Now, the mom that I spoke with said that she went into panic mode when she texted her daughter to ask if she was okay, but then didn't get a response back.
And my sister texted me and said, "Have you heard from Taryn?" And I'm like, "No, why?"
It wasn't until 5 this morning that Jane Donor heard about the tornado that ripped through the town where her 25-year-old daughter now lives.
So then I called my husband that was home, and I said, "There's been a tornado in Nashville." I just text Taryn. I haven't heard anything back.
As any mother would, she panicked until her daughter finally responded.
When we started seeing stuff flying through past the windows, it got a little scary right there.
Taryn Donner was in the middle of it. A native of Wisconsin her whole life, she moved to Nashville 4.5 years ago.
We've had some bad storms and stuff, but nothing like this.
Like everyone else who was asleep in Nashville at the time the tornado hit, she woke up and found out this was not just a bad dream.
It got pretty bad. We woke up around 12:30 this morning from an alert from my phone. And then I pulled up the news, the sirens were going off, and the news anchor said, "East Nashville residents, it's heading right towards you, take cover now." It came and went in a matter of minutes, and then it was just complete silence. And then all you heard were emergency sirens.
She said with no basement to hide in, she went to the first level of her home until the tornado passed. And while her place wasn't damaged, just down the road, everything else was.
I always think that you see this stuff happening to everybody else, but you never think it's going to happen to you until you're in that situation.
Now a native of Nashville, Taryn knows this will only make her tight-knit community stronger.
We'll all stand together to rebuild and get back on track.
And her mom said that for anyone else who has family or friends living in those impacted areas, she hopes that you were able to get in contact with your loved ones as well, because she knows how it feels to not hear back from them during such a scary time. So hopefully everybody who has relatives there was able to reach them, and hopefully everyone's okay.
Those first hours are always tough until you hear a word. So glad it ended well for them. Jamie, thank you.
Sure.
Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti has more on how you can prepare for severe weather like this in our area.
Well, Charlotte, we've got our severe weather seminar coming up, the Dark Skies Severe Weather Seminar, in a little less than 2 weeks. This will be on Saturday, the 14th of March, over at Madison College, the Truax campus. One of the things that we will be talking about is severe weather safety. You heard Taryn's description. Her phone went off, and then the sirens went off, and then she checked on TV. A lot of times, you're wasting valuable time to find a safe place. We need to get you in a safe place before you go through all of that. So we're going to talk about different ways you can protect yourself. Dr. Victor Gensini from Northern Illinois University, who's done a research on how Tornado Alley may be shifting more toward Wisconsin with climate change, will also be there, and we'll have some audience severe weather planning scenarios that kind of take you through what you should do. So that's coming up in less than 2 weeks on Saturday, March 14th. Tonight, the threat is snow. It's going to be mainly south of Madison, showing up over far southwestern Minnesota. We might see up to an inch of accumulation south of Madison. Otherwise, look for temperatures to drop off into the upper 20s overnight. Then the skies will turn partly sunny for tomorrow. We'll be back up to 42 degrees, and we will see some spring-like weather with warmer weather this weekend, and maybe some spring-like thunderstorms next week. I'll have more details and weather in a few minutes.
We have breaking news on this Super Tuesday. CBS News is projecting former Vice President Joe Biden will win Virginia, and Senator Bernie Sanders will win his home state of Vermont. We'll have continuing coverage tonight on News 3 Now at 10.
New at 6, a priest who was partially paralyzed after being shot during the 2012 Oak Creek Sikh temple shooting has died. Baba Punjab Singh died yesterday at the age of 72. The Racine Journal-Times reports he was born in Pakistan but grew up in India, where he spent 19 years serving in the Indian Army. 6 people were killed, 4 injured when a white supremacist opened fire at the temple. Singh suffered multiple strokes after being shot. His left side became paralyzed. Last week's shooting at Molson Coors was the deadliest mass shooting in Wisconsin since that Sikh temple shooting.
UW-Madison students who are headed back to the U.S. from canceled study abroad programs are being asked to return to their home address, not UW-Madison. Based on CDC's coronavirus guidance, the students are asked to self-quarantine for 14 days and monitor for fever, cough, or difficulty breathing. University officials say they are providing direct support and resources to all students who are coming back to the United States. The CDC has stopped tallying the number of people tested for coronavirus. Wisconsin Congressman Mark Pocan wrote the CDC saying he was concerned that number was no longer posted. He wrote, quote, "We deserve to know how many people have been tested," end quote. The CDC told CNN that states are testing and reporting their own results and that the CDC's information may not be accurate. Governor Tony Evers is planning for the state's political leaders to meet with health officials and discuss how coronavirus is being dealt with. The governor's spokeswoman says the meeting is being planned for tomorrow at the Capitol.
New at 6, 2 drivers are in the hospital after a rollover crash this afternoon in McFarland. Happened about 2 o'clock on Highway 51 at Dale Curtin Drive near Pick and Save. One vehicle landed on its side. Fire Chief Chris Dennis says crews had to work to free the driver. Officials say both drivers' injuries are not life-threatening. City of Madison officials are warning drivers on the west side to expect some significant delays on South Gammon Road in the near future. The reconstruction project runs from the Beltline to Mineral Point Road. It includes new pavement, curb, gutter work, traffic signals, and streetlights on South Gammon. Construction will start tomorrow, but traffic issues are not expected until the project progresses. That'll be later in May.
In Rock County, work to expand I-3990 between Janesville and Edgerton is starting up again. The DOT is warning drivers to be cautious of crews working in the area between Kennedy Road to south of the Rock River bridges near Newville. Nightly lane closures are happening between 7 p.m. and 6 a.m. Early next week, all I-3990 traffic will shift onto new southbound pavement as crews work on the northbound side. Today is the Big Share, an online day Day of Giving hosted by Community Shares of Wisconsin. There's an opportunity to help local nonprofits dedicated to equality, justice, and environmental protection in our community. So far, more than 2,000 donors have raised nearly $330,000 for more than 65 organizations. If you would like to participate, go to thebigshare.org.
Next at 6, the Madison Fire Department says an 11-year-old boy inspired them to purchase oxygen masks to help pets recover from fires. The story next.
And there is more local news ahead. Wisconsin State Hygiene Lab is now able to test for coronavirus. Tonight on News 3 Now at 10, we'll have an inside look at the facility.
You wouldn't go to Stanton, would you, Fergus? You don't think that Stanton's glasses are more beautiful than mine, do you?
I am going to ask you one last time.
At Stanton Optical, get 2 pair for $59.95, plus a free eye exam.
Choosing a window replacement company is tough. We asked our customers why they love their new Champion windows.
Working with Champion was such a great experience that they've made our home much more comfortable now.
We have saved 25 to 30% on our energy bill since installing the windows, which blew my mind.
Right now, Champion Comfort 365 windows are buy 2, get 1 free. Plus, buy now and pay nothing for a year.
I love my new Champion windows.
Let Champion help you fall in love with your home. Book your free in-home consultation online or call 888-930-CHAMPION today.
When looking for a TV and internet provider, we know you have a choice. This is Jessica. She still has satellite TV.
Well, I get tons of HD.
Spectrum has tons of HD, and we love Spectrum's 24-hour local news channel. Plus, we get exclusive access to premium original content with Spectrum Originals.
I don't have that.
Get Spectrum TV from $44.99 a month. Call 833-976-4499.
Spectrum Internet starts at 200 megabits with no data caps and a free modem.
We have to get internet from another company, and it isn't nearly as fast.
Spectrum Internet, $44.99 a month.
I'd switch, but I'm stuck in a contract and would have to pay up to $480 to cancel.
Spectrum has no contracts, and they'll pay up to $500 to help you out of yours.
That's it. I'm switching to Spectrum.
Get Spectrum TV and internet from $44.99 a month each. Call 833-976-4499.
They look great. They're affordable. Stanton, how do you do it? Oh, nice.
Are those?
Get out!
At Stanton Optical, get 2 pair for $59.95, plus a free eye exam.
Salvatore's Tomato Pie is opening a new location in Monona. It'll be going in the old pizza oven location on Monona Drive. Owner Patrick DePula just purchased that space yesterday. This will be the 3rd Sal's location. DePula also owns Dark Horse on East Washington Avenue. The best cheesemakers in the world are again in Madison this week for the World Championship Cheese Contest. That's at Monona Terrace. Cheesemakers from 26 countries, 36 states are represented here this week. It's not just cheese either. 132 classes of dairy products will be judged. For the local cheesemakers, it's a chance to see how they stack up against the world's best and make their home state proud.
It's pretty awesome to be in this contest. I mean, I've done it for years. I mean, I always said I was never going to be an old cheesemaker, but here I am. I'm one of the old cheesemakers, so it's cool.
This contest started way back in 1957. Judging runs through 4 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. It is open to the public. Admission and samples are free.
March is Music in Our Schools Month, a national effort to bring awareness to the need for music education. For the 4th year in a row, Hyde Music will be matching up to $10,000 in donations for local schools this month. Last year, there were 103 donations totaling more than $8,000, and Hyde matched that amount. You can help by visiting a Hyde Music store or donating online at the link on your screen. John Fogerty, the lead singer, guitarist, and principal songwriter of Creedence Clearwater Revival, is coming to Madison. He's playing at Breeze Stevens Field on July 7th, performing CCR hits and more. Tickets go on sale Friday at 10 o'clock in the morning on Ticketmaster.
Thanks to the encouragement of an 11-year-old, the Madison Fire Department is installing a new tool.
The addition will help first responders save more lives, specifically furry friends who may be caught in fires. Here's Danica Lewis with that update.
Well, Charlotte and Eric, about 2 months ago, Fire Chief Steve Davis received an email from Finn Sullivan, a DeForest boy who reached out to every one of the 700+ departments in the state, encouraging all of them to be equipped with pet oxygen masks. Yes, this is a thing, and this right here is a start. Finn and his family were invited to Station 1 downtown to check out the 2 new masks Madison has for animals. Now, those will be in the command car that goes to every single structure fire in the city. For Finn, it was just about doing something bigger with his passion for pets.
I just wanted to take it to the next level, like helping animals and stuff, since they've been there when people haven't for me, and when I'm sad, they help me feel better.
The mask costs about $80 to $100, and Chief Davis's goal is now to make sure every fire department in Dane County follows suit and gets outfitted with them as well. Finn does have a Facebook page called Best Friends Breathe, where you can check out a full list of departments that do not have masks, and the hope is people across the state will actually want to sponsor their own station and cover the cost of those masks. You can track the progress and find out more about how you can help over on that Best Friends Breathe Facebook page.
Doing something good right there, Danica.
You gotta love it.
All right, thank you.
Sure.
A pizzeria in Columbus is helping animals find forever homes. James Street Pizza Company putting flyers on pizza boxes featuring animals available for adoption at the Watertown Humane Society. Co-owner Amy Sandow says she got the idea from reading an article about the Niagara, Wisconsin ASPCA doing this. She says they're open to putting any animals in need of a home on their pizza boxes and asks rescues or shelters to contact her.
Coming up next in sports, Brewers opening day is just 3 days away. Adam Duxter has an update from spring training and big news about plans to hang on to Christian Yelich.
And some light snow possible overnight, but it should melt pretty quickly tomorrow. Gary has your first warn forecast next.
The Master Force line of cordless tools delivers the power that your jobs demand, so you can keep your projects moving without missing a beat. One battery, every tool, every job. The perfect solution for getting your projects from start to finish. A 20-volt system that takes work as seriously as you do. Power, performance, durability. Master Force, exclusively at Menards.
Culligan Water not only sells the best water softeners, but also rents them. Big box plumbers and online sellers don't. With renting, you never pay for repairs or extended warranties. And Culligan softeners are backed by the world's largest dealer network. Get better water. Contact Culligan.
Goldman Cars is starting the new year with a bang. Buy a 2019 Toyota Corolla for only $14,995 or $239 per month, all with remaining factory warranty.
That's right. For the new year, buy 2019 Toyota Corollas for only $14,995 or $239 per month, all with remaining factory warranty.
So come in today and get your 2019 Toyota Corolla for only $14,995 or $239 per month.
Go to Goldman Cars East or West.
You gotta go to Goldman, GoldmanCars.com.
The windows on our homes. We probably don't give them much thought. They're just there, doing what windows do. It's true, they add character and personality. They connect the inside to the outside, and the other way around. But they're also there to do much more. They're there to frame a smile. They provide the perfect light for the perfect moment. They help protect us and the ones we love.
Get more for your kitchen now at the Brothers Maine Big Kitchen Upgrade Sale. You'll get big savings from Whirlpool, Maytag, Amana, and KitchenAid. And you'll get the joy of showing off those amazing brands with a risk-free 30-day price and satisfaction guarantee. Get 100% confidence in your purchase only at the Moore Store. The Big Kitchen Upgrade Sale with more selection, more savings, and lots more fun showing off your beautiful new kitchen. Now at the Brothers Maine, your local store for more since 1938.
What you see is important to you. How you see is important to us. We're Shopco Optical. You'll see.
Chief Meteorologist Gary Cadalti joining us now with our first warn weather. Boy, what crazy night down in Tennessee, and it reminds us all it's that time of the year when we say got to start thinking about it.
You know, our Tornado and Severe Weather Awareness Week isn't until the third week of April, but we've had tornadoes in March here.
Absolutely.
You know, and in fact, there was one the first year I was here. We had a tornado on March 30th or 31st that cut about a 20-mile swath from Dane County all the way to Jefferson County, and unfortunately killed a man. So, you know, it's at that time of year. But 3 things you need to know in the forecast. There's no severe weather in the forecast, at least not in the near term. Some light snow may accumulate up to an inch south of Madison tonight. And I think it'll be just kind of what we saw this morning. The snow will fall, and then it'll melt very quickly with temperatures up around 40 or a little bit above. Then some sunshine returns for tomorrow with partly sunny skies. We'll kind of repeat the process with some flurries or freezing drizzle late Wednesday night into Thursday and get some sunshine during the day. But another big weekend warm-up is on the way with highs in the 50s by Saturday and perhaps near 60 degrees on Sunday. The snow that we're watching for tonight is still way out to the west in South Dakota, but it is moving pretty quickly. It's going to be a fast-moving system that basically will just bring a narrow swath of snow, maybe around an inch of accumulation down toward the Illinois state line. Areas north of Madison may miss out on the snow altogether. And as you can see on Weather Track, right now the jet streams are kind of combining. There's the southern branch of the jet stream that's bringing a lot of moisture through the southern part of the United States. The northern jet stream is kind of locking up the really cold air up to the north, so that's why our temperatures have been fairly mild. Where the two come together, it kind of spins up a bigger storm system. That's exactly what's happening. The severe weather went through Tennessee last night, is now moving through the Carolinas and heading off the east coast, and then that changes to snow up in southern Canada. But in our part of the Midwest right now, we just have west to northwesterly winds aloft. There are a few flurries up in northern Wisconsin, and again, our weather system will kind of follow along those jet stream winds and take it mainly through far southern Wisconsin. So you can see this on Future Track. You can see how rapidly the snow moves by, so that by 7 a.m. tomorrow morning, the skies are already clearing and the snow is gone. And we'll look for sunshine during the day tomorrow. Then tomorrow night, the clouds come back. We could see some flurries or freezing drizzle. I think this looks a little more impressive than it actually will turn out to be. And then during the day on Thursday, we'll see a mix of sun and clouds, maybe a flake or two of snow areas north of Madison sometime on Thursday night. Otherwise, for tomorrow, look for skies to become partly sunny after the snow ends. High temperature at 42. And then as we look at the snowfall forecast, again, it's mainly Rock, Greene, Lafayette, Grant counties where maybe up to an inch of snow may fall. Otherwise, the 7 to 10 day forecast bring those temperatures back into the 50s by the weekend. Low 50s Saturday, near 60 on Sunday. Some spring-like thunderstorms a possibility on Monday and Friday of next week. Otherwise, temperatures will remain on the mild side.
A familiar face could be in Milwaukee for the foreseeable future. We'll tell you for how long and for how much next.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Here's to the hardest working people in America, the ones who break a sweat before the break of dawn, the ones who wear rugged right on their sleeves. At Blaine's Farm and Fleet, we stand behind you with genuine value on the best, most trusted workwear brands. Like men's Carhartt quarter zip sweatshirts, $39.99. Men's Dickies 5-pocket jeans are only $19.99. And buy 2 work and sport thermal Henleys, get one free.
Hardest working people in America find value at Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
Whoa, that doesn't sound good.
I know. I worry every time I have to stop. I really need a brake inspection.
It's free at Meineke.
Did you say free?
Meineke will examine your brakes thoroughly to make sure you're safe to be on the road for free. And if they do find any problems, they'll give you a written estimate for repairs. No surprises.
Wow, free and convenient.
Join the Meineke Rewards program to earn points for the dollars you spend. Receive double points for select brake services. Go to Meineke.com to sign up today.
The all-new Silverado HD adds to the legendary capability of the strongest, most advanced Silverados ever. With best-in-class camera technology and larger, more functional beds than any competitor, the only truck that can compare to a Silverado is another Silverado.
Truck Month is the right time to get behind the wheel of the Chevy Silverado. Now get 0% financing for 72 months plus $500 cash allowance on all Silverado 1500 Crew Cab pickups. Find new roads at your local Chevy dealer.
Get the full picture of your health coverage with the iCare Medicare plan. Plus, as a member, you'll get even more benefits at 0 additional cost and $0 premium. Don't wait. Call now to learn more about the iCare Medicare plan.
All right then. Why do professional builders and remodelers choose Nuns? Seems to be reason number 151, which must be Nuns Boutique Selections. And maybe the big box prices? Ah, yeah. Best of both worlds. Just like at the big box. Oh, maybe not. So why should you choose Nuns? Isn't it obvious? Nuns. Kitchen, bath, and flooring.
everyone. Wednesday morning, we'll be taking a closer look at the results from Super Tuesday and what it could mean for Wisconsin's primary next month.
And even if you aren't worried about coronavirus, you might be worried about what it's doing to your savings.
We'll explain why starting at 4:30.
It's a feeling like being a kid and getting a sneak peek at your birthday gift before you're allowed to open it. Well, maybe not quite, but Brewers fans certainly have that feeling of excited anticipation regarding their team's superstar outfielder. Today, Ken Rosenthal of The Athletic reporting the Brewers and outfielder Christian Yelich are close to signing a contract worth more than $200 million that would likely keep Yelich with the team for another 7 years. Yelich came to the Brewers in 2018 and has since been one of the most dominant players in the league, both offensively and defensively, winning a Gold Glove, 2 batting titles, and the NL MVP in 2018. Rosenthal says the deal could be done as early as the end of this week. Brewers continuing their spring training today against San Diego. Third inning, bases loaded and no one out when Manny Machado hits a grounder to second. And folks, this is why they call it spring training, as everyone is safe. A run would score. Brewers down 1 early in this one. Later on in the same inning, bases loaded and nobody out still, as Abraham Almonte of the Padres would unload all the bases with this swing. This one, all Padres today as they win 9-0. Brewers opening day just 3 weeks from this Thursday. The Wisconsin Badgers win over Minnesota gave them more than just a spot in the top 25. With 2 games left to go in the season, it gave them a shot at the share of the Big Ten regular season title. Headed into today, Wisconsin is in a 3-way tie for second place in the Big Ten with Illinois, Michigan State, and just 1 game back of the Maryland Terrapins. Wisconsin has just 2 games left to make up that difference. Well, they'd also need some things to work in their favor. Forward Micah Potter says it's about focusing on what you can control.
Win games and hope that everything else outside of our control works out in our favor. But all we can do is control what we can control. Obviously, we all know where we're at in the standings. But at the same time, you know, like I said, all we can do is control what we can control. We got to win against Northwestern and then win at IU.
And if you're a Badger fan, this is the game you've got your eye on tonight. Maryland at Rutgers. If the Terrapins lose, they're just a half a game in front of the Badgers for first place in the division with 2 games remaining. We'll keep an eye on that one tonight. The Wisconsin women open the Big Ten tournament tomorrow as they face Illinois at 2 p.m. on Big Ten Network. The Badgers coming into tomorrow's matchup seeded 12th in the conference. The winner of that game will play Rutgers on Thursday. And we'll end with the best thing you'll see today and a reminder that you miss every shot you don't take. Jackson State team manager Snacks, whose real name is Thomas Lee, got in for his very first game yesterday in a blowout against Arkansas Pine Bluff. And even though it's his first game, he's not nervous because pretty soon into the game, he does this. Check this out. Pulls up, no hesitation from deep for 3 and makes it. And remember, this is the team manager. He's never played in a game at all. And his teammates, of course, loving it, and so are we. Congrats, Snacks, and never stop shooting your shot. We'll be back with weather right after.
We're going to do weather right now.
Oh, yeah, we are, right.
But I love Snacks hitting that. That was about 30 feet out.
I was just getting so excited about Snacks making that shot, I forgot all about weather. I'm sorry, Gary.
I'll take a shot at it.
Gary can't shoot like Snacks.
Yeah.
But he can forecast.
I can't even play like Snacks. We do have some light snow in the forecast later on tonight. It's still way out in southwestern Minnesota, but you can see computer models bring perhaps up to an inch of snow accumulation for areas south of Dane County. Otherwise, next 12 hours, those temperatures will drop off into the upper 20s and lower 30s. Cold enough for some snow, but again, mainly south of Madison. Then we turn partly sunny for tomorrow with highs in the lower 40s and a big warm-up on the way for the weekend. There's 60 on Sunday and maybe some spring-like thunderstorms Monday and Friday of next week.
Gary, thank you. Thanks for joining us for News 3 Now at 6.
Enjoy your evening, and we'll see you back here at 10.